Hey, greetings. This is the Game Changer channel, Classic Games Redefined. My name's Rich. You will also get to know me as the Game Changer or Game Changer Alpha. I'm playing around with the name there, and there's a context for it, and I'll explain a little bit about what the channel is and what this means in a minute here. Depending on context, you'll know me. I introduce myself. When we go with the Game Changer, that's another name I'll say out there one by myself, but I'm looking to build community with this, and I'll explain a little bit about game changing, what this channel is about in a second. So if we're gonna have, I do like a greeting game changers. So therefore, if we're gonna have a whole lot of game changers, you need a way to differentiate. So we have alpha, alpha being first. I've thought of doing zero, but if I'm changing things, zero means I'm not changing anything. So anyhow, what we have here is that would be alpha first. You want to say alpha male leader, that would be fine. But amongst a bunch of game changers, it would be people who are changing games, like herding cats. So just consider me the first one on the channel here, so we can go game changer alpha or the game changer. It's going to be me. I may develop a persona a bit, but I believe in being genuine as possible is what I'm trying to communicate here. And so anyhow, let's go a little bit into the channel here and why I'm doing this. I did a video for January, and then a short time later I changed it to the Game Changer channel. So there's a need for me to do an update. I wanted to wait till February to do this, because we are now in February, and the other one was for January. So this is a February video. So what we had here is the channel. What I've been doing here is, if you see Classic Games Redefined, that was the prior channel. Explains a little bit about game changing. But that was the prior channel name. And so we're focusing now a little bit of shift on game changing, and that's it. If you know the term, that's a game changer, that fits into it. But literally, that's what I do from a game design perspective. I'll get into that bit there. So it's part of a branding, repositioning with myself as the game changer or game changer alpha. That's what you're looking at here. I'm going to explain a little bit, and this is the banner to the channel as of February 2016, sorry. As of February 2017, wow, it's been a year later. As far as that, this is what it is. So this is the February video to explain what's going on here. So anyhow, what I have here is, again, I mentioned about the Game Changer when I'm alone or something else. Game Changer Alpha, that's community here. Several things you notice happen here. Game Changer, we do things differently here. We're experimenting. We're trying to do things else. There are a lot of game channels on here. So end result is you have to do things a bit different, which is what I do. So what I am looking at here is, and I'll explain a little bit about my background and why you'd be interested in this here, is I do a mixture of game, and you can see that by the picture here. And this is more on the focus classic games here. Both tabletop games, board games, card games, not really RPGs. I'm more into games as games. I'll explain in a minute what that is about. And also the video game stuff. I do a mix. I don't know too many other people actually do this. You'll have somebody like Angry Joe incidentally goes into it. You might see somebody board game related. Yes, I'm mixing oil and water, and through that is innovation, but I look to combine things, which is what I do here. I have an interest in mix. I have an interest in both of these things here. That's what I do here. The channel I'm focusing, that's where you see Classic Games Redefined. I'm trying to focus on classic games here. I'm not looking to follow the latest trends. You'll see some video here. I did some recent videos on the Switch, which I felt was important. I did express, while I'm not necessarily a big fan of the AAA stuff, felt the lack of AAA stuff. Third party is going to hurt it. But anyhow, what I have as a main goal with the channel here is longevity. That if you find across one of my videos several years after it gets put up, it'd be relevant then. That's why I have like an Atari 8-bit computer stuff that was pointing to that's playable on the Internet Archives. That's what I have. I'm also into games as games, less into watching. It's a situation I'm faced here. I am doing both board games and video games. I need to have a focus somewhat here. So that's what I'm doing. You'll also get a different take than maybe other channels here. I do game design. I'm currently looking, as of this channel here, I'm doing the integration of chess variants called the abstraction of wars and games. I'm going to be doing videos off and on with that, looking at different effects like weather, terrain, etc. I'm looking at the concept of forging that way, which is applying game design in the environment, adapting to strategies. So that's one of the takes I will bring from you, somebody who's a game design person. Also, I've been around games for a while here. I actually firsthand witnessed the video game crash in the early 1980s. I bring that perspective, and it's always I see the harboring the specter of another crash coming along. It seems that I believe video games are really entrenched in the culture, and games are, but they're there. So that's it. I have an interest that I also know the thing I do here. It would stand a bit differently from my perspective regarding everything else. With myself that I have here, what you'll notice here is that I have a focus on community. What you're going to see here is, yes, I was tempted to turn the ratings off and down, but I want comments on there. I'm interested in connecting people, share interests, people with diverse interests to connect and do things here. That's the reason why I do stuff. I have a meetup group. So I bring that in there. It's been that pretty much. I've been doing that a number of years now, simply because I was designing abstract strategy games, and I figured out I get an audience for it. So you have that there. I have worked in the IT industry for a while, doing different things. Relocated to the city didn't work, so you'll notice certain places where there's a gap in my history. You'll also see reference Classic Games Redefined. You'll see an evolution from it, improve the audio quality as I got a Yeti Blue mic. So you'll see certain things there. I keep the past because I believe there's some of the certain content. Another thing in keeping with the video games, board games, I use Tabletop Simulator. I used to use a camera. Tabletop Simulator works a lot better for me to show something else here. That's what I have here. Now what you see in the middle there why do I have that? That's video games and the board game stuff here. Also, the tagline, don't hate the player, change the game. It's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. No, change the game. Leads to the game changer type thing. What we have here. Also, in the right-hand side there, you'll see that. You'll see the logo for Caters. That was a group I had. I've been wanting a while to bring all sorts of games together in a community. The group, generally, the origins of it started out with Microsoft Game Room. The Microsoft Game Room, what I had with Microsoft Game Room was it was a product where they had retro-style video games there. I've been wanting a while to do, call it a PGA for Pac-Man. I want to bring the best players together. Well, the group is generally that there, and that's probably the main thing it tends to have a focus on. At its origins with Microsoft Game Room, migrated the people over there. It was interesting that Retro Gamer magazine made note of my Monk Rush handle, which I was. I was like a lead cheerleader for Microsoft Game Room. Still disappointed. Hey, you game, if you're here and you know Game Room, when does Sunset Riders unlock? You'll know that's an inside joke for that. It's like one of the best games that they never unlocked. So anyhow, I don't even know if it was in a package anyhow. There's that there. You'll find me on BoardgameGeek. You'll find Doc Reason. We have this The Game Changer channel blog over there. I write on that. It's just a place to stick a blog, so these videos will pop up. You'll find me Doc Reason there. You'll find me Rich. As I said, send me a message there. If you check out caters.com, I'm the one posting the messages on there. You'll see a reference to this channel. So if you want to join, you're looking for a community for like casual retro and indie games. Casual is the... I don't know, Bejeweled, etc. It's the games that there's casual in that they're more like board games, more relaxed environment. Also, casual seem to be less skilled, but I mean it more in the sense of that, more like the board games. Casual retro video games. You can even go neo-retro. What neo-retro being is video games that are like classic games, but new. And also indie games. I used to have neo-retro as casual, retro, neo-retro. Indie games go off in different directions for it, but it's mainly that. And I target indie designers. It's just if you're going to be on there, please respect the community. Don't spam it. That's what happens here. So anyhow, I want to make mention of Caters and the board game thing. And also, by the way, on the left-hand side, you may wonder what that 5 cube is. May or die, always roll 5. That's a wishing of good luck. That relates to a board game I designed as an experiment. James Rolfe's video game nerd, he did it's Board James, his Board James character. He did Deadly Danger Dungeon, and it inspired me to do something even worse than that, which was like a Candyland game. WWB stands for the World's Worst Board Game. You have to keep rolling 5 all the time to win. So it's wishing you good luck. So astronomical odds. It actually went viral. So it's kind of a trademark of the 15 minutes of fame. You end up being the hottest person for 15 minutes on BoardgameGeek because everybody's looking about who's the next person here. So anyhow, I have other facts. You can look through the channel and doing that. Like NeoGaf says, I am the person who originally coined the term Metroidvania, and if you hate the term, you can blame me. I don't know. I'm sure there's other people who are not to do with the first Game Boy Advance game and whatever else. There's other things you'll find here. I'm looking to do things different. I'm also going to look to improve the video quality. But you're getting a lot of talking over the thumbnail because I haven't done it that way. Also, you get a lot of, this is like theater for me in the sense that I have an outline here, but this is done on the fly. I'm not the best at reading scripts, to be honest with you. I don't read scripts. I also tend not to do editing, which I got to get better at. But you're doing it, so you'll get a lot of talking from me here. I'll sometimes talk off the fly in my reaction videos here. You'll find some other stuff here was buried in there. If you look through a few nuggets, I want to do a tropes versus players video, but my video I didn't got for me was a reaction to Anita Sarkeesian's thing. You'll find some old Gamergate stuff there. You also find my infamous demo day gone wrong type thing, which I was attempting humor, which failed. I discovered I'm more witty than funny. But anyhow, this has gone on a bit of while for here. I pretty much explained everything else here. You find games, yes, I'm an Atari fanboy, tended to like the underdog stuff there. But yes, I just like games, want to get together, would like to get people to play retro games, would like people to play my other stuff here. But I'm plugging away here. Again, I wish there was a video game version of what you have with pinball, and there's two of them. Anyhow, that's about it. Join the Caters group, which is caders.com. Caters.com. You'll see it on the machine there. You put that in a web browser, you go to the group if you want to join. And that's about it. We're plugging away. You'll find more. I may go in different directions. I have ideas for one thing I would like to do. Why so-and-so changed everything. Look at Herzog's Why, maybe. And other things on why Dandy Dungeon, which was part, and why it led to, like, Gauntlet stuff. But anyhow, I have to get my video quality better, so it's whatever I'm putting up here. Been doing some unboxing videos, went well. One video that got several thousand views, which I was surprised, is I just figured I would show the NES Classic, and you plug the controller in, and just show that what it was. And that was just a throwaway video as a service, and apparently people liked it for some reason. They were finding it. And watch the video, you'll find it. I'm not going to post links here, but anyhow. So this is it. This is the Game Changer channel. My name's Rich, going with either the Game Changer or Game Changer Alpha. And that's what you're going to see here. I'll probably use Game Changer Alpha more as a tagline here. It's just me. It's just a name. Kind of like to do that. I'm really emphasizing the game changing because most of my game to stuff is equivalent to board game hacking a board game, tabletop game. So anyhow, you'll see other stuff there go across, and we're about done here. So this has gone a much longer than my other video. There might be a few other things I forgot, but that's it. Yes, I'm just using Open Broadcaster software. I figured I'd take a screenshot of that. And that's it. So feel free to post some comments below. I will post, I'm going to grab my other video here. I will post links in the description to where things are, and also post it in the comment section. That's it, based upon it. And we're out of here. So I do want to thank you for listening to this very prolonged video. Again, this is if I ever go viral or something else. You figure out what it was. By then, I'm probably going to have improved video quality. But again, you're going to get somebody else who's opinionated. I have a different take on things, so that's worth listening. And I'm trying to mix oil and water here. We'll see how it goes. But considering what board games are getting increased popularity, they are a valid form of play, and we'll see how it goes. I'm more into play and game as Battlefield than storytelling. But I like some storytelling. Uncharted, but enough AAA stuff. So, hey, I'm out. I'm waiting for this to hit the 14 minutes. So let me give you a tagline on the way out here, which is... may your die always roll 5, a wishing of good luck, and don't hate the player, change the game. The tagline for that there. So anyhow, we'll see if we can get a better video quality intro in that. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm out. This is me. Feel free to post some comments below. We'll do the update. We're going to be uploading this soon. I have things to get to, so I'm out. I do want to thank you for your time. Take care, and I appreciate you listening. Okay, I'm done.